Hello, my name is Paneet. This is my video guide for teen entrepreneurs who are not sure what they want to do after university. Graduation, a moment we've all anticipated. The photos, the speeches, the celebrations. But once the confetti settles and the last cap hits the ground, a question lingers. What now? If you're watching this, chances are you're grappling with that very question, and that's perfectly normal. This isn't about handing you a one-size-fits-all success plan. It's about guiding you to ask meaningful questions, explore diverse possibilities, and take impactful steps forward. Embracing uncertainty. We've been conditioned to believe in a linear life path. It goes school, then university, and then your career, and then success. But reality, it's far more intricate. Consider this. In the UK, 39% of graduates work in fields unrelated to their studies 15 months post-graduation. And nearly half of young workers switch industries within 5 years of graduating. So if you're feeling uncertain, you're not alone. In fact, acknowledging this uncertainty places you ahead because it means you're being honest with yourself. Careers today aren't rigid ladders. They're dynamic playgrounds. You climb, swing, and sometimes even slide into new territories. Think about one career you've considered but never voiced out loud. Ask yourself, what held you back? Self-discovery before job hunting. Jumping into job applications without self-reflection is like setting sail without a compass. Self-awareness is a powerful asset. The most successful entrepreneurs and leaders invest time in understanding themselves. So here are 5 deep self-discovery questions that you should ask yourself. Number 1, what are my innate strengths? Beyond academic, consider emotional intelligence, leadership, and creativity. What activities make me lose track of time? Perhaps it's designing, writing, or problem solving. Another question is, what workplace values are non-negotiable for me? It could be autonomy, mentorship, work-life balance, or social impact. And then how do I define success? Is it wealth, freedom, recognition, or contribution? And finally, what daily lifestyle do I envision? Is it urban hustle, remote tranquility, or frequent travel? Pause this video for later and jot down your answers. This exercise can be very enlightening. A personal insight is that I discovered that creative freedom and meaningful projects resonate more with me than prestigious job titles. This revelation reshaped my career trajectory. Exploring post-university pathways. With a clearer understanding of yourself, let's explore potential avenues. So we have graduate schemes, and examples of this would be the Big Four, banks, and consultancies. The pro of this is structured training, and the con would be that it's highly competitive. We also have entry-level jobs, which an example of this would be admin or marketing or operations. The pro of this would be quick real-world experience, and the con would be that it may lack glamour. Another one is internships. An example of this would be a summer role or a placement. The pro of this would be the trial opportunities, and the challenges would be it's often low paid or unpaid. We have freelancing. An example of this would be design, writing, or consulting. The pro of this is that it's flexibility, it's diverse projects, and the con would be the income instability. We have entrepreneurship, where this would be starting your own venture. The pro is complete autonomy. The challenge would be high risk. Further study, example would be master's certification. The pro would be deepened expertise, and the challenge would be time and financial investment. And finally, a gap year or volunteering. Example would be charities and international internships. The pro would be broadened perspective, but the con would be potential delay in career start. Every path is valid. Choose what aligns with your current circumstances, energy levels, and financial situation. The reality of career journeys. Behind every polished LinkedIn profile lies a journey filled with trials, errors, and pivots. Consider a graduate who studied accounting but transitioned to design after discovering a passion for user experience. An individual who faced 2 startup failures but secured a marketing lead role due to their side projects. And an entrepreneur who began by selling handmade jewelry at local fairs and now runs a successful e-commerce business. These stories highlight that career paths are very rarely linear. They're built through experiences both planned and unforeseen. If there is a job or field you're curious about, even if it seems unrelated to this degree, explore it. The power of small experiments. Waiting for the perfect opportunity can be paralyzing. Instead, you should initiate small experiments, such as volunteering at an event, even if it's unpaid, offering to manage someone's social media for a month, starting a blog or a newsletter on a topic that you're passionate about, participating in a weekend startup hackathon, or enrolling in a virtual internship or online course. These low-risk activities can provide valuable insights and help you refine your interests. I once assisted a local business with their marketing materials for free. It wasn't a monumental project, but it taught me about my preferences and my strengths. Building future-proof skills. In today's evolving job market, there are certain skills which are becoming increasingly valuable, such as analytical thinking, which is critical for problem solving and decision making, creative thinking, which is essential for innovation and adaptability, technological literacy, which is understanding digital tools and platforms, resilience and flexibility, which is navigating change and overcoming setbacks, and finally, leadership and social influence, which is inspiring and guiding teams effectively. According to the World Economic Forum Futures of Jobs Report 2023, these skills are among the top in-demand competencies for the future workforce. Focus on developing these transferable skills and they'll serve you across various roles, industries, and your very own businesses. Networking naturally. Networking isn't about collecting business cards. It's about building genuine relationships. Tips for effective networking are optimizing your LinkedIn profile, so using a clear photo and articulating your current interests and goals, reaching out to previous business enterprise development graduates and asking them about their career journeys and insights, engaging on social platforms, commenting thoughtfully on posts and joining relevant groups, and finally attending events, participating in webinars, workshops, and industry meetups. A sample message could be, "Hi," and then their name, and then "I came across your profile and was intrigued by your transition into," and then the field that is. As a business enterprise development graduate, I'd love to hear about your experiences and any advice you might have. Remember, most people are open to sharing their stories. You just need to take the first step and ask. It's not about asking for a job, it's about asking for wisdom, stories and perspective. And often those conversations lead to opportunities you never even saw coming. Networking is not just for extroverts or business-minded people, it's for anyone willing to learn. Think of it as relationship building, not ladder climbing. And in the world where referrals and recommendations matter more than ever, those relationships could make all the difference. My personal reflection. This project began as a university assignment, a final piece of coursework, but it quickly became something more meaningful, something more personal. As a business enterprise development student, I've spent the last few years immersed in action-based learning, leading, reflecting, pivoting, but nothing tested my self-leadership more than trying to create something useful for other people while navigating my own uncertainty. In making this guide, I had to confront my assumptions about what a successful post-uni path looks like. I realized that waiting for the perfect opportunity was holding me back more than any lack of experience or skill. And I realized how powerful it is to simply take action, even if it's messy. I learned how to research, script, film and present, all on my own. I developed resilience when things didn't go to plan. I received feedback and learned to adapt. I had to be clear in my communication and thoughtful in how I framed these ideas. Knowing this might be watched by students who, like me, were looking for direction. And most importantly, I remembered that uncertainty is not a personal failure. It's just a natural stage in the journey of building a meaningful life. Your 48-hour challenge. Here's your challenge. Choose one action from everything we've talked about today, just one, and do it within the next 48 hours. It doesn't have to be big. In fact, the smaller the better. Examples include writing down your top 3 values and reflecting on how they influence your career choices. Another one is messaging a graduate on LinkedIn and asking them about their career journey. Applying for one short-term opportunity, maybe an internship, maybe a freelance gig, anything. Maybe even starting a mini project you've been thinking about, maybe a podcast idea, maybe a blog or a Canva portfolio. Don't overthink it. Don't worry if it's not the thing you'll do forever. Just do something, because action builds momentum and momentum builds confidence. University gave you tools, critical thinking, creativity, collaboration. But what do you do next? That's where the real adventure begins. Your path won't look like anyone else's, and it's not supposed to. So here's what I want you to remember. Stay curious, stay brave, and stay open to paths that don't look like the ones you imagined at first. If this guide helped you, please share it with someone else who might be feeling the same way. And if you ever want to connect, chat or swap ideas, you'll find my socials below. I genuinely love to hear from you. Thank you for listening and thank you for watching.